Penn State has the ball, 1st and 10 at the Kentucky 31-yard line as we start the second quarter with Kentucky leading 7-0. Bucina at quarterback, Stutz at fullback, Malott at tailback. I swore somebody was offside there.
That was the middle linebacker, Ray. I'm not sure he was offside, but he was on a blitz, and he definitely tore that play up. That was Mike Martin.
No gain on the play. There's Big Stutz. Might have been a loss of a yard. 2nd down, 11 at the Kentucky 33. Bucina is intercepted by Rick Hayden, his 2nd interception of the game. And there's one I'm sure Bucina would like to have back.
I'm sure when Chuck Bucina throws this ball, he wishes he could get it back because it's very hard to throw a ball in this situation. You know, this guy hanging on him, he had nobody open. I think he should have thrown it out of bounds.
So 2nd interception of the game by Rick Hayden. Kentucky at the Kentucky 33. Ramsey at quarterback, Stewart the fullback, Hill and Woods the halfbacks. This is the big quarterback, Ramsey, running behind his fullback, Stewart. Kurt Alleman made the tackle, but it's a good gain for the big quarterback. From the 33 to the 39, it's 2nd and 4.
You know, Ray, these turnovers really add momentum to a team that's been struggling as long as Kentucky had. This is 2 turnovers, and they took advantage of the first one. Maybe Penn State can stop them this time.
Matt Millen, number 60, is in at a linebacker for Penn State. This is the right halfback, Woods. Paul Suey made a fine tackle, number 80.
You see, they're running the sweep, which has been the favorite play here of Gary Woods. He's been averaging 7 yards a carry on this time, but not this time.
So Greg Woods brings it up to a 3rd and 1.5 at the Kentucky 41.5. 7-0, Wildcats leading early second quarter. Fullback Stewart has a 1st down. Kentucky most impressive on the ground. The Wildcats have yet to complete a pass. 1st down at the Kentucky 45.
I think this Wildcat offense only uses a pass in case of surprise or dire emergency.
Almost intercepted. It was tipped by Paul Suey, and Neil Hutton almost had an interception.
You'll see here, Paul Suey tipped the ball, and it looked like, I believe that's Randy Sidler, isn't it?
Well, number 80. That's Paul Suey. And here's Neil Hutton over to the right.
Neil Hutton almost had an interception.
And Randy Sidler, you're right. Randy Sidler almost had it. Now it is 2nd and 10, Kentucky. Short yardage. Rod Stewart ran into Ron Crosby at the, around midfield. It's going to be 3rd and about 5.5. 3rd and 6 at the Kentucky 49. Penn State had 1 mild threat so far in this first half, but it was stopped by an interception. Let's see if Ramsey throws on 3rd and 6. No. He tried to run Greg Woods inside, and Paul Suey was waiting, and that's all. 4th down, and Pete Gemmel is in to punt for Kentucky. They tried to get Penn State with too many men on the field, but they didn't. Almost blocked by Hutton. That's Gary Peter Kusky at the Penn State 21-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. With the score, Kentucky 7 and Penn State nothing. We'll be back right after this. There was no further scoring. The quarter ended with the score, Kentucky 7, Penn State nothing. We'll be back right after this. After a Kentucky punt, Penn State at the Penn State 21, 1st and 10. Bucina at quarterback. Kentucky leading 7-0 early second quarter. This is Malott. Malott gets about 5 or 6 yards on first down before he ran into Dave Pedrowski, a Kentucky linebacker. Hi there, young fella. Max, Kentucky there tried a little bit different strategy. They didn't do any substituting except for their punter, and they tried to catch Penn State with too many men on the field and almost got away with it.
Yes, I noticed that. I haven't seen that done before, but it wasn't too bad of an idea.
Cephalo goes wide left, covered by Dallas Owens, a defensive halfback. Monty to the right on 2nd and 4. Malott. And he is very close to a Penn State first down. Upset by David Stevens was Rich Malott from Coriopolis. We might have a measurement here. Let's see. Yes, we're going to have an official timeout for a measurement. With 10:45 left to play in the first half, Penn State has had 2 passes intercepted, both by Rick Hayden. And after the first one, Kentucky went 59 yards to the game's only touchdown so far.
That's first down. First down.
Penn State first down at the Penn State 31, and that's first down number 5 for the Nittany Lions. Kentucky throws a lot of pressure on its defensive halfbacks. Number 6, Dallas Owens. Number 44, Mike Saganos. Big Dave Stutz. 1 yard, that's all. Ran into Pedrowski, the big linebacker, and David Stevens.
You'll see here they tried to go straight ahead with their big fullback, right over Ron Argenta and Brad Benson, but there was no going in there as Kentucky was right there to stop that play.
Gain of a yard, 2nd down 9 at the Penn State 33. Dallas Owens, the defensive halfback, saw nothing but a touchdown, and he was a little premature.
That's right, Ray. I think possibly that Chuck is just getting this ball off possibly a little late, but he gave that defensive back a chance to cut in front of the receiver, and boy, that's dangerous because from there in, it's touchdown all the way, and he just dropped the ball.
It is now 3rd and 9. Fitzke goes left. Monty goes right. Paul Reynaud, number 78, is in at offensive left guard now for Penn State. This is Malott. It was a forward pass, incomplete. That's merely an incomplete pass, and Malott, he just started to run with the ball before he had it. He had the screen out in front of him.
Right, he had the screen set up. He had plenty of blockers in front of him, but he was a little eager to run. He needed a lot for a first down, and I think he was in a hurry. A little bit too big of a hurry to run with the ball.
Mike Saganos, number 44, back for Scott Fitzke's punt. 9:45 left first half, 7-0, fired up Kentucky leading. Good punt. Saganos is back at the 22. Fumble! Did Saganos get it back? He did. Oh, my. There's a timeout on the field. With the score, Kentucky 7, Penn State nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Owens got it.
George Paterno, is the hitting as fierce down there as we think it is?
Yes, Ray, it's very fierce, but as in the previous games, Penn State's offense is stopping itself with miscues. I think the heat will be a big factor here in the second half because the teams are playing so hard.
Okay, Ramsey on first down. Was it intercepted by Penn State? Almost. Number 97, Joe DeAnge, thought he had it.
You'll see here Kentucky trying to set up the screen, and Joe DeAnge almost had a little spark that would have really given Penn State a lift here. He almost intercepted that ball on a screen pass.
It is 2nd and 10, Kentucky at the Kentucky 24-yard line. Stewart at fullback, 32, Hill 22, Woods number 2 are the Kentucky running backs, with the big man Derek Ramsey at quarterback. This is Stewart for 1 yard. Kentucky is faced with a 3rd and 9 now, and Randy Sidler, the junior from Danville, who was out of action a couple of games because of injury, is making his presence felt today. Randy Burke, a wide receiver, comes into the game now as Kentucky has a 3rd and about 8 at the Kentucky 25. No wide receivers, everybody in tight. Ramsey on a fine play was hit by Allerman, and then Bill Banks wound up making the tackle. 4th down, and Penn State, Max, should get pretty good field position here.
That's right. They have been hampered by field position. The one drive they got going, which they did get in the Kentucky end of the field, they begin to come off the ball, and they look like a good offensive team. They're going to have to get that going again.
There's a lot of confusion. Penn State just doesn't have enough men on the field, I don't think. They may be back to the right number right now. This is Rich Marty at the Penn State 40. So Penn State will have good field position with 8:33 left in the first half. There's a timeout on the field. The score, Kentucky 7 and Penn State nothing. We'll be back right after this. Penn State at the Penn State 40, 1st and 10. 8:33 left first half. Kentucky leading 7-0. New tailback, Steve Geist with the ball. Steve gets about 4 yards on first down. Now, he has been hampered by injury, and there was some doubt, Max, as I understand it, even though he made the trip, whether the big guy would play or not. But here he is at tailback.
That's right. There's been much injuries this year in the Penn State backfield, like I say, and every week you're working with new backs. It affects the timing somewhat, and I'm sure it has some bearing on why this Penn State offense really hadn't got going like it did last year.
2nd and 8 at the Penn State 42. This is Big Geist to the 45. So Penn State is going to have a 3rd and about 5.5 now. Penn State's had just one mild threat, but it was stopped as Fusina was intercepted. Chuck has been intercepted twice since coming on to replace the injured John Andrus, and he had a 3rd near interception. 3rd and 6 at the Penn State 44.
They've been successful trying to turn in their weak side end and hitting them inside that, just inside that halfback. Let's see if they try it.
It is caught by Stutz. No gain. Almost intercepted, and now Fusina is down.
I think there was interference on that play, Ray. The defensive man hit him a little too soon, and I saw a flag throw, and if it is, it's automatic first down.
Yes. First down, Penn State. Fusina was shaken up on that play. Now, I don't know whether he's going to be able to stay in the game or not. Nope, Doug Hostetler will be the 3rd quarterback of the game. So Andrus is out with injury. Fusina is out with injury. Both of them hit at about or right after releasing the football. So a lot of pressure now on Doug Hostetler, number 15 from Holsopple. First down at the Penn State 44. This is Steve Geist. 2 yards. Ran into David Stevens, the defensive left end.
Steve Geist seems to be running in the form that he did last year, so I think he's feeling all right.
Fusina comes back in now, so thank goodness he's all right. Geist picked up 2 yards at 2nd and 8. Time left in the first half, 6 minutes, 50 seconds. 7-0. Kentucky leading. Fitzke to the left, Monty to the right. is for Cephalo, or Fitzke. First down at the Kentucky 20. And a penalty marker is down. I think we had a late hit again. Holding. Oh, they're going to call holding on Penn State.
What a blow this is. A great catch by Scott Fitzke, and I don't know whether they call, that may be where they called holding, but they could have called Scott Fitzke possibly for pushing off right here. And I think possibly that's what they did, Ray.
At any rate, a holding penalty will nullify a gain to the Kentucky 20. The ball comes back to the 30-yard line.
It's holding, 89 is holding.
They've called it on fullback Dave Stutz. That was the number 89 you heard mentioned by the official. It is now second down and about 25. Motti to the left. Cephalo to the right. Cephalo in motion. This is the big fullback, Stutz. Out to the 41-yard line, where it'll be 3rd and 13. Ron Kaysen, a defensive back, made the tackle.
Screen was a good call, Ray. That's a customary call in this situation where it's, you know, 1st or 2nd and 25, long yardage. You get the guys in and you screen the ball off, and it worked pretty good for 12 yards, which does give them a chance now to try to go for a first down.
3rd and 14 at the Penn State 40. Fourth down, tipped by defensive back Ray Carr.
That was intended for Scott Fitzke, but as you say, it was tipped just in front of him, and even had it been intercepted, it had been almost as good as a punt.
So Fitzke will punt to Mike Saganos, who is back at the Kentucky 20. 5:27 left first half, Kentucky leading 7-0. In a very, very physical football game. Good punt. Saganos is back at the 16. And he gets nowhere. Beautiful coverage of that punt. There's a timeout on the field. The score, Kentucky 7, Penn State nothing. We'll be back right after this. Kentucky was penalized, so we moved to further action in the same drive. Penn State was penalized, so we moved to further action in the same drive. Kentucky with a 7-0 lead and a 1st and 10 at the Kentucky 17. 5:17 left first half. Ramsey. He was trying to hit Chris Hill, number 22, his left halfback. But it's obvious right now, Ramsey is about a 30% passer at best. He's tried 4 times, and he's 0 for 4 so far.
Ramsey, as I say, they don't really depend on that pass for very much, possibly just as a surprise, but he doesn't really get the ball in there that well.
Same running backs, Stewart, Hill, and Woods. This is Stewart. Bill Crummey saved a touchdown.
It was Stewart on a quick opener right over the right side, and he missed, one tackler missed him, and it was almost all the way. You'll see it here. He pops it right quick, and he can see the goal line right there. Great saving tackle. This game is 2 touchdowns.
Bill Crummey. Bill Crummey finally caught Rod Stewart, and Kentucky is threatening at the Penn State 21-yard line. And 5 minutes remain in the first half.
When Kentucky had ran that play maybe 4 or 5 times this game for no gain, and all it wants is pop. That's the kind of play it is. Just a quick opener.
A marker thrown. Let's see what happens. Delay of game. It'll cost Kentucky 5 yards.
Delay of game on the blue.
So now Kentucky is at the Penn State 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Wide left is Burt, number 80. Stewart and a marker down. A marker is